Hello everyone and welcome back to our European Journeyman series with Napoli at the start of our second full season at the club. Today we're going to carry on where we left off. We've had 4 very good victories so far in this season, including 2 victories over Milan, and we already have some silverware under our belt as well. So a good start to the season up to this point, but we need to make sure that continues. And we're starting off with 2 home games. The first against Crotone at home, and then we're facing Celtic, probably the weakest of the teams in our Champions League group. Then we go away to Tanana Calcio before facing Sampdoria at home again. So I'm expecting 4 straight victories in this match, which would take us up to an 8-match winning streak. I do think there's a chance we could drop points somewhere if the team starts to get a bit complacent, but I'm very happy with the squad as it is at the moment, and even more so now that Santa Maria and Pires are both back available for us. For the first time this season we'll get to throw those 2 players in. It does mean that the excellent Bruma gets dropped to the bench for Pires. Diabate also moved on to the right flank so that Santa Maria can make his debut up front. But that means that we can finally have Castellano and Asensio both playing in central midfield ahead of Cubas. It's the first time we've seen our 3 best players in those positions line up together. Then it's Traore, Gununi, who I will one day pronounce perfectly, Koulibaly, Husai and Murray in defence. So hopefully this team is pretty much our strongest 11 actually. We've got Curo missing. He might get in there ahead of either Castellano or Asensio, but I think overall this is actually our strongest possible squad. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on up front. Diabate puts the ball into Castellano. He's found Santa Maria. Our first look of him in action. He pulls it back. Pires has hit the defender, but Santa Maria follows up for a goal on his debut. But the offside flag's gone up. I think that's really harsh, but I suppose he may have been offside thinking about it, and it means that he misses out on the debut goal, but he's still got a good 70 minutes plus to try and find that goal. And Asensio's put the corner in. Cubas down to Pires, but the ball easily taken by Trapp in goal. Well, we're nearly at half-time. It's been disappointing from us so far, just that Santa Maria chance. But here he is again. The ball just ricochets out to Castellano. Traore back to him again. Pires in a good position, can maybe whip this across goal. He's still got it. He finds Santa Maria. And from about 5 yards out, right place, right time, he does get that debut goal. Trapp sending the ball forward. We're nearly at that hour mark now. Sends a header forward, but here's Asensio on the ball. Excellent ball to Bruma. He's got Santa Maria in the middle. He's hit the woodwork. Pires, though, following up, has failed to put the ball in. Bruma with the free kick. 15 minutes left to play. Koulibaly in there has been fouled by Caldara. Apparently there was a push in there. Silla gets a yellow card for complaining to the official, but we have a chance to double our lead and make sure of the 3 points in this match. I think it might be Pires taking the penalty, but I'm not entirely sure. Just waiting for him to step up, but it is Asensio actually, and he coolly sends the keeper the wrong way to make it 2-0, and this will be 3 more points in the bag as we try to defend our Serie A title. Jardi sends the ball to Silla. Now Ver might play one over the top. It's Sadiq. Back to Ver. Paredes out to Silla. Slow play from Crotone. And Balbuena's stolen the ball away from them. Pires in a good position to attack down the left. Skips past one player. He's got one lining up on him, but Balbuena in there finds Santa Maria. Back to Asensio. Bruma in a good position. Even coming on as a substitute, gets another goal right into that bottom corner to make absolutely sure of this result. The game has finished 3-0, a good victory with 3 goals, 3 points and a clean sheet against Crotone. It also means we're still 2 points clear of Juventus, and interestingly both Roma and Milan dropping points today. So Roma now 5 points behind us after 3 games, Milan 7 points behind us. So our main competitors at the moment looking like Juventus, possibly Fiorentina and Inter Milan, but it is still very early doors. Our Champions League debut is at home against Celtic at the San Paolo Stadium. I'm expecting us to get a win here. If we don't, we could be in trouble in our group. It's quite interesting that we've been here for nearly 2 years and this is our first Champions League game, given we've won, I think, 4 or 5 competitions at Napoli in that time. It's just a little bit strange that we haven't had Champions League football. But hopefully we can hit the ground running, get a win to start the group campaign and hopefully put ourselves in the best possible position to make the knockout stages. There are no changes to the team from the last match. This is our strongest 11, so whenever it's available, I'm very likely to play it. Dykes sends the ball in from a throw. Anderson's header cut out by Asensio. Now Diabate is free. Sends it into Santa Maria. He's got a good run from Pires. Instead he went for goal himself and it was easy to save by Johnson. Dykes with the throw in towards Anderson. You can see that we've been much the better team in this opening half now with 60% possession, 10 shots. Celtic not even getting one shot on goal yet or even at goal. Here's Usami back to Anderson. Ball back to Boatu. Here's Mitschi, puts the ball through, but Gununi gets there. Now Murray. Forward to Koulibaly, outside to Husai. Forward to Asensio, ball back to Cubas. Husai again, into Castellano. Asensio puts it through beautifully there, just dissecting the team. Santa Maria in on goal, but hits that one easily towards Johnson. Stevanovic with the throw. Anderson's header a poor one. Traore keeps the ball in for us. He then sends a diagonal ball forward, which is easily cut out by Medran. Ritzmeier going down the left. Tackled by Asensio. Diabate with the ball. Back to Husai. Sent long forward, but Santa Maria has not only won the header, he's managed to control the ball as well. He's now cutting in from that right hand side. Still going Santa Maria, and he's blasted that one over the top, but he is very willing to have a shot. Medran with the free kick into the middle. Koulibaly away, and now Diabate can hit them on the counter-attack. He should have the pace on this defender, but Garzal has got across well. He then boots the ball anywhere. You can see just how one-sided this game is at the moment, but we're still not able to make that breakthrough that we need. Here's Husai, forward to Asensio. Castellano looking to send it forward. Instead it's Asensio over the top to Diabate. Ball runs towards Bruma, who's come on for Pires. He might make a pass here. It's Asensio through to Diabate, across to Santa Maria, and he's been saved there by the keeper, pushing the ball onto the upright to deny him again. Corner from Diabate, sent towards the back stick, but Johnson, or Jonsson, I assume his name is, has pulled that one from the sky. He sends the ball forward, but straight to Husai. You can see just how deep Celtic is sitting here. 20 shots on their goal already. We're not even at an hour mark. Diabate over to Castellano, in behind for Bruma, but again straight down the throat of Johnson. Corner from Diabate, in towards the middle. It's come to Amui on the edge of the area. He finds Asensio, back to Amui. Now Asensio puts the ball across. It's come to Cubas, of all people, on the penalty spot. A lucky bunch of ricochets in there has allowed him to just volley the ball into the back of the net and give us the breakthrough we needed. Lamberze trying to send the ball forward. Celtic now with 15 minutes to go have to try and get a goal when they haven't had a single shot in the entire game. Here we are trying to come forward again. Amigi over the top. Bruma brings it down. He's got Santa Maria with him, but Johnson makes another save. Corner from Bruma towards Koulibaly. Header across to Jununi, but it's pushed out again by Johnson. Ball sent forward by Janssen. Still just the one goal in this game, despite us having 27 shots, 15 of which have been on target. But here's Bruma. Sends the ball over to Diabate. We're tearing them apart at the back now, and Diabate arrows it into the bottom corner to make it 2-0. And that will certainly be all she wrote for Celtic. Ball sent forward by Celtic again, but we're still pushing high up the field, and so are they, which leaves a lot of room in behind for us. Traore tries to put the cross in. It's come to Romero, fresh on the field. Now Husai on the right. We're pulling them apart. It's Diabate into the area, and he is brought down horrendously by Dykes. A sliding tackle from behind in the penalty area is only ever going to lead to one outcome. It's Santa Maria with the penalty, and it's saved by Johnson, who's been his nemesis today the entire game. I think Santa Maria has probably had about 10-15 shots, and none of them have been allowed to go in by this keeper, including the penalty. Diabate just trying to run down the clock here. He's found Santa Maria, though, who has blasted it wide. I think there's a deflection in there as well, but it is absolutely not his day whatsoever. Diabate sends a corner in. He'll come back out. There's the full-time whistle. 2-0, 30 shots to Celtic 0. Not a bad performance from the team. It would have been better if we got a few more goals under our belt, but it does mean we start with a win, as do Arsenal, who crushed Valencia 6-1. So we know who our main opponents are in this group. After a successful start to the return to Champions League football, we're back in league action against Tanana Calcio. It's going to be a tough game for us. There is a bit of squad rotation as well because the team getting a bit fatigued, which means that we've got Mancini making his start alongside Koulibaly in the centre. Balbuena also comes in to defensive midfield. No other major changes in there otherwise, other than Diabate leading the line and Bruma coming in on the right wing, which means that Santa Maria is dropped to the bench for this one, just so that we can give Diabate a run out up front. Murray sends the ball forward to Koulibaly. Now Husai, still just 2 minutes into this game. It's Asensio having a run. He beats one player, finds Castellano. Excellent ball over the top, but it is cut out by Chukwu. Michel forward and taken down by Brazil. Now Loriola over to Cavagna. Fiordalino back to Saggio. Camparo down the line for Mani. This is really good attacking football. The ball across, not cut out by Murray, and Brasile has given Tanana a deserved lead after that excellent passing move. Fiordalino puts the corner in and it's cleared away. Loriola's going to get there first. He then finds Fiordalino again. Ball to Simonti. Inside to Fiordalino. We just can't get the tackling at the moment. Saggio over to Cavagna. Inside to Brasile, puts the ball in behind. Loriola's in there. Moraes just about saves that. Traore has to keep it from going for a corner, but Moraes having a bit of a stinker so far today. Free kick from Fiordalino towards Mancini, who does clear it away. Murray again in no man's land. Here's Camparo into the centre. Koulibaly away. Asensio can maybe launch our counter-attack. It's Castellano in a good position to create something. He's still running at goal, and he's had a tame shot wide of the post. Michel sends the ball out to Saggio. Now it's Fiordalino. Out to Camparo. This is really good passing football. Husai gets a good tackle in. Now Bruma inside to Asensio. Looking to create something for us. He goes past one player. He slips it into Diabate, who's in on goal. That's an excellent turn and finish from Diabate. And we have pulled ourselves back into this one. Camparo loses the ball to Husai, who's really stepping up his game now. Ball back to him. He puts it into Asensio. There's a ball over the top for Bruma if they can pick him out. It's Castellano who does look for the ball, but it's Husai instead. Bruma still just took slightly inside, but it's Diabate in the area who has hit the post from a tight angle. Free kick for us. Ball put in. Chukwu clears it away. Now Loriola's been given a free run to that ball. I don't know why our player taking the free kick didn't react. Traore does get back to tackling, but still hasn't got the ball. It's into the middle. Mancini away. Now Castellano with it. Sends it forward to Pires. On to Diabate. Asensio. Looking for somebody to make a run. He's found Pires inside Diabate. He's got a man over if he needs him. Diabate's gone for goal himself, but he has put it wide. Still not at the half-time whistle. I'd really just appreciate it going so I can give the players a bit of a bollocking. Instead it's Mani on the ball. Back to Cavagna. Loriola looking to take it out wide. Ball won by Traore and Castellano picks it up. He then finds Diabate. Goes past one player. He's got a man over, but he's gone for goal again and just absolutely skied it. Loriola's free kick inside to Fiordalino. Saggio on the ball. An hour played now in this game. We still haven't managed to make the breakthrough. We did make a couple of changes at half-time, but it still doesn't seem to have really created any good chances. Here's Husai. Saggio sends it back to the keeper. We have got Santa Maria on up front, which hopefully will make the difference for us. Diabate's moved out to the right-hand flank with Bruma coming off the field. Husai tries to win the ball again. Fiordino into Suk, who has just, luckily for us, put that wide of the post. Murray's free kick forward to Koulibaly. Now Asensio on to Felipe. Balbuena. Felipe again forward to Santa Maria. Ball out to Asensio. Diabate. Asensio again finds Diabate. Santa Maria making the run to the near post. It's hit the post. Santa Maria still has it. Back to Diabate. Ball across to Felipe. Back to goal. Ball cleared away. And Suk has found Brasile. We need to be careful. Mancini's gone in behind. He's already on a yellow card. It's about to be red. And we've got to play this incredibly difficult fixture with 10 men for the last 20 minutes. Fiordolino puts the free kick in. Brasile's header towards the back post, cleared out by Santamaria. Pires trying to launch a counter-attack for us. I'm still going for the win today. I think we're still the better team, but Brasile trying to prove us wrong. The ball slipped into him again. He's got 2 at the back post to aim for. He puts it across. Koulibaly away, but Chukwu down. Brasile blocked again by Felipe. Now Pires charging down the left flank. He's found Santamaria. Ball back to Felipe, he puts it over the top. Pires is in behind their defence, but he's skied the ball high and over the bar. Free kick from Caisson. Sends it over the top. Suk on the ball, back to Cavagna. Now Fiordolino. Finds Suk again. Ball over to Brasile. Back to Kawata. This is such a slow-paced game at the moment. Felipe has the ball for us. Back to Murray. He sends it forward, looking for Santamaria. Simonti's header comes to Felipe again. Now Pires, cutting in from that left flank, finds Felipe. Pires again, trying to get the ball to Santamaria. Instead, Felipe's lost it. Brasile in behind. Suk's in on goal. Koulibaly couldn't keep up with him, and Suk has brilliantly lobbed Murray there to make it 2-1, and we could be looking at a shock defeat. Murray's free kick forward to Koulibaly, now Husai. Onto Asensio, Felipe. Diagonal ball finds Pires in a great position. He's gone for goal again and it is tipped over by Michel. Corner from Asensio, cleared out by Simonti. Diabate following up. Finds Asensio, who's offside. Balbuena's header down to Fiordolino. Asensio's got the ball and he's released Pires in the same motion. Pires has been awful today and he does it again. Another shank well wide. Well, there's the full-time whistle. They didn't even have a highlight for the end of that game. Absolutely unacceptable from the team. A really, really poor performance throughout in that side. Nobody covering themselves in glory. Pires probably the worst of all of them. And it means that we are now on 9 points after 4 games and we've thrown up our perfect start to the season. The final match of this episode is at home against Sampdoria as we try to bounce back from that really poor defeat against Tanana Calcio. It's going to be tough for us, but we're putting the strongest possible side out there. Diabate is sitting on the bench though, not fully fit, but it means Bruma gets another start. I'm particularly concerned about the performances of Pires and Santamaria in the last couple of games, so this might be a last chance for them to really do well. Otherwise, I could be pushing Asensio back up onto the wing with Bruma also on the other side, so that might be the change that I make if these two don't hit the ground running today. Corner taken by Bruma into the near post. It's found Koulibaly at the back stick, and instead of turning it into the goal, he's put it across the face of it, and Bruma's offside as he tries to pick up the loose ball. Corner just on the stroke of half-time, taken by Asensio. Grununi in there, finds Koulibaly. It comes back to Grununi, and Santamaria in there reacts first to the loose ball to find that bottom corner, get his second goal for the club, and give us the lead. Aprea sends the free kick forward. Traore can't win the header. It's come to Messias, who finds Char in on goal. Murray with a brilliant point-blank stop. Corner taken by Bruma, cleared by the first man. Husai chasing up the ball. Played forward to Castellano. Asensio into Pires. Looking to have a go at goal, but he's put it high and wide. Kubas wins the header, but he's given the ball away. Messias sent forward over the top. Char in on goal. He's just got Murray to beat. Murray with another good stop to keep our lead intact. Grammatica over to Nicoletti. Tessiore loses out to Omigi. Felipe finds Pires in a good position. Santamaria is in the middle for him. He puts it across, but easily taken by Aprea. Ball's given straight away to Kubas. So now Felipe over to Omigi. Ball into Santamaria. Back to Omigi again. Finds Pires. He turns the defender, puts the cross in, and Santamaria with the volley. It comes to Bruma, and he tucks it home to make sure we get the 3 points. Free kick from Felipe, straight into the wall. I don't think Felipe's ever scored for us, but he sends the ball over the top, cut out by Nicoletti. Ferreira looking to launch counter-attack. Taking the ball out wide left, but he plays it in behind, and Charles got onto it again. He's been getting in behind all day, and this time it does come to Messias, who touches it in for his first goal for his club. But it means with 5 minutes to go, we need to be careful. Felipe's free kick over to Koulibaly, ball into Amigi, slipped into the centre but easily taken by Aprea. It's the 89th minute, we need to be careful we don't get hit on the break here. Aprea sends it forward, ball comes to Nicoletti, out wide but cut out by Husai. Felipe, over to Bruma, he finds Amigi, Felipe again, now Husai. Ball into Bruma in a good position, and it's saved by Aprea. Well, there is the full-time whistle. We have managed to grind out a very important victory over Sampdoria. 3 more points in the bag, 4 wins and a defeat in our opening 5 games isn't the end of the world, but I would have liked us to get 5 straight wins. It means we are a point clear of Udinese, Inter Milan 2 points behind us now, Fiorentina 3 back, which means we're well clear in the Champions League places after 5 games, but we are still 1 point behind Juventus, which is a little bit frustrating, but I'm hoping we can pick that up as we go forward. Well, that is going to be it for this episode. It's not been a terrible one, but our first defeat of the season coming against Tanana Calcio is a really disappointing result because we have struggled to beat the sort of lesser teams in Serie A since I've been in charge, but it has been a better start to the season than I think we had last time, and we need to keep it up next episode. We will be playing Torino away, then Valencia, our former club that we won the Champions League with, are the second Champions League game of the season. Then it's Fiorentina and Palermo still to go, so very difficult matches ahead of big games with Arsenal, Roma and Inter Milan as well. So a lot to look forward to. So make sure to drop a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see how we get on in those tough fixtures coming up. But until next time, see ya.